Unison, what to me, I could be made up for endpoint homeopathic clinic or say yaria ya 18 or see fertility no bra na omwa on your screening and farmer no who the entire war a who prostate enlargement but you so channel a how be a womb beyond nina or your ejuma ediamount now best man capsules are is charge about center for almost so ediaba bomber day now soon no be bema oberman bejina so kama na fe ebia wo low sperm count and come on into me any more by no so etimi anyum no edi amount ema bibia akoso pulse fitness center eye chem wanwa so ye de aba ye so persempo no ye mo na waye kasem no so ana wanya stroke na ho towa fiso nyina omo ye bi tennis ball omo kire kwan a obefa so a obetimi na waboni nyina omo kire is Legon Lazy Sport Complex e ho na abehun e Accra na emom Kumasi Golden Tulip na fe Denyame officers men na say bibia akoso e for ye schedule na say eweja ene oba ene konkro ni di mu eja mosisa ni etie no saa na ebe ni saa kosimra ene awiye na ache say no mienu abapa hosima enum Royal TV fidue mu ha but odwumade ni twagu Facebook live RTV GH wadawroma bomode okwa a wo share na eja wadawroma ososo wo woso ama onipa bi etumi enya bi ahwe but omonso amopese YouTube ne so RtvGhana afa Royal TV also no wetimi eja comment and I say also be share wo like na say bibia akoso ekam e dia ma na ye hwedwumadi na sesem di ka here na Shatta Wale sene etie no yewra Lawrence Tetteh na ode ensem we be gu dwa me di card na poso no e de somode na de oka enyina eni se wo se emere bi etwa mu no na Shatta Wale kura ye obi a wotu ne fu epa na we wabo mpa ya ama no ko Shatta ba be ka kire se sofu bi so be wu December se mbe ka Shatta be ka se so anwu a obeshi saa sofo no asori dan ma yewra Lawrence Tetteh se ono so otuurefo or the advice kese ene de ema no na wonim die nti asa abrantie akakabe sam ene ade to ande wose IGP obona baso die mu ode madawroma yentie sofo imra na enkajanwe ba adwenkyere no onso odi aba.
2 years ago I was caught up in this when Shatta Wale had a prophecy from somebody that he was going to die in December. Shatta Wale came to me, I prayed for him. We even had the privilege of traveling on the same flight from Accra to London. He was carrying my bags and everything, all this, and I prayed for him. And I said he was not going to die. And I also advised him that a statement is made about going to burn churches if the prophet doesn't come true. It's not right. And that two mistakes doesn't make it correct. I believe that sometimes we don't hate the people who hate us. And I keep saying that in our silence, we make volumes of statement and we make noise. So I advised Shatta Wale and I went out to make a statement that it will not trend. If you really follow that time, I got bashing from a lady who was a priestess or a fetish priest at that time or that, whatever. And I didn't respond. But I think that from that we should be learning. Most of our musicians and our artists are not properly counseled, and I think it's very unfortunate because Shatta Wale doesn't need this situation at all to be popular. By the grace of God, he's trended, he's been accepted, he has his place in the domain in our community. I think I must commend IGP George Dampare. He's doing very well. Some of these things, except that we must be very circumspect and be balanced. It must be for all. Must cater for. It should not be done for one other person and not be done to another person. Prophecies are true and real. As a Muslim sheikh, he will tell you it is true. As a pastor, I will tell you it is true, except that the problem we have is that we seem to be abusing everything and we undermine the very credibility of this great gift of prophecy. We must educate the people, and what I'm saying is that the law is the law. If you prophesy, it doesn't come true. You know, in the olden days, if you give a prophecy that doesn't come true, you are stoned to death.
You want that to come back?
Today, people can stand anywhere and go and give a prophecy and get away with murder. And whether it comes true, it doesn't come true. But you know what? People are fizzling out. People are being realized. The truth is being seen. At the end of the day, you and I will not call names, but we know who are true prophets and who are not true prophets. And for me, that is the most important thing. You know when somebody says this is going to happen or this should have happened, and then you realize that you know from between the line. Don't we even have prophets today who prophesy in the name of politics? And then you can tell, you sit back and you realize that if this is what the prophecy is all about, then you go and sleep. And so we are getting there where gradually Ghanaians are becoming very discerning, and very soon, certain people, I don't want to give this reference, but remember what happened to Apreku, my daughter. It's a very sad situation, and sometimes I don't want to be referring to it, but he was given a prophecy, was supposed to have come from God. And then they asked him, what did God say? He said, Apreku, my daughter. It means God didn't know the difference between daughter and son. This was how they do that. And so, at the end of the day, you cannot impress people. You cannot impress the people of God. God himself has his way of protecting people. And so, some of these things, I keep saying that we should not just be at the doorstep of the churches. There are a lot of lawyers who are not correct. There are a lot of journalists who are not correct. They are not in the Bible, from Quran and Bible time today, we've had fake prophets. We have false prophets. And so we still have them. We just have to wisen up and have knowledge for ourselves, understanding for ourselves, so that we will not be swayed by things. But these things are bound to happen. It's a human nature. Don't you have politicians who, when they say good morning, you have to look at your watch? We do. Don't you have journalists that you expect them to know better, and yes, they do things, and you wonder that with all the pedigree of this gentleman, he should not be doing this. So, by all means, we'll have that. We just have to pray and inform ourselves and make sure that we create an awareness, so we all not be swayed into this one. It's very unfortunate. I feel very sad for Shatta Wale. There is somebody who calls me daddy and refers to me, and you expect him to know better. And he's a fine young man. So he should wake up. Maybe this is a wake-up call to all of us, that the law is not respect of persons, and that if we continue to do things like that, we don't just undermine our own credibility, we undermine the credibility of the vocation in which we are.
Wase time Yakopo I'm free the no kase won say Tetteh no say wo hye nkom na amema eno kra na yeku so aten nkom na say eti agade de ye wura yi wodi deave na de waka mahu ni say sa Apreku hwa no won free nyame time say Yakopo ka say Apreku my daughter ya wa hu say Apreku my son hey mother bra ne na ye ni wo mudwuma na ho ye mother hey mother we won wampa Pacho check my mwana mother na meeting. Boko mother.
Yes, me too kan woye.
Ah boko say Nyankopon wo kabro futi.
Hello.
What to menka?
Ohele ba.
Nyankopon wo kabro futi. Apreku man.
Network no. I don't know if you wow. Pacho good afternoon.
Good afternoon mother.
Yes, good afternoon.
Me to nka o.
Pacho yes.
Me to nka mother yanko yeni.
Asam kakra me ka che so for pastor Lawrence Tetteh says if showing me pa ka me ka asam ba ku di a kire me
sase
LGBT kill class ne da ho no for e ba ya che Shatta Wale ya kwachi no mun ka ho asem e be nya enye Shatta Wale ya kwachi no why
okay
na me ka che na do se na Israel IGP ndi we yi no ye adwuma na emu so sa pe you breaking the 8 dia Menya sure say IGP or breaking the 8 in album.
Okay.
Just yatia and okoyi Paula Foku say ye chairman MPP chairman. Your MPP party. Wampamuna and go party no. Sana Martina mi do say one man so ko fan prosecutor. You no so obey the time not to cancel. The IGP officer IGP no ye adwuma manana. Ho na so check it. Nyen ko fa watch ngu. The IGP so ye adwuma dia won ko na gegezi SID na kakakwa no obewu na iku besi Ghana pati pa onko ma no so ana ndi for asofo ndi usro ma na we are IGP na so ye adwuma pa nya say omo ye mre ye che Shatta Wale police fo egu ni so ade amro ba ba na mu Ghana Ghana police amro ba ba na mu Ghana Shatta Wale die yakwa cheche e di ye asa de Ghana ye gina akono ye sere mo pa na na do sere wa IGP no se ye so so break it ni dia any part so we ti break it because Shatta Wale nzo fan Bufu abaran beto etia.
Ahmed Swale ana Swale nsoso. Ahmed. Hello. Ahmed.
Hello.
Swale nsoso de. Ana Ahmed nko.
Yeah, Titi.
Hello. Yanko yanim.
Yeah, Titi.
Yes, my mind dear.
I'm also.
Can you go me yanko?
Titi.
Yes.
Now what you saying?
Meti asepa na aswe.
No hoya pa. Yo, with pastor was Tetteh. Me fan say. But your father was Tetteh. Uga or found the trendy because me did say so Omar Shatta a football and I say oh tune for far no money now no. I come shahodo pina koso. Eye ni nuanom asofo no bi mu ehye saa kom na ahodo pia edu amanfo nya akese wanka hwe amfa ho so se samre ya anamo wo ba ya Shatta anamo wo no so fa ho ya beka bi won nyina edi no market bi na trendy ye best omumwaye maburu na e wachi no sebi ya for Ghana say nyameso man nti asem bia ya asofo no beka no aye tododo na adwemu nti omo na asofo no bi mu ntu anamopa na wonim se enye no aye awo no enkasa mfa ho na de toso mi
Ayo asem no menya sure say okay me koka mama obi abene me ti al metwa so me kaja bi. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Medof within baby afrefi.
The pacho na nakwa mine kwanza buna Ahoufe na mekasasi.
Nana yenko yanim.
Yeah, that's the brainage mafa moya bua Ghana man.
Yes, that's it.
Ghana police aya DP e wo Shatta Wale SSM no ho. But omaya ma na buru so dodo. Owe de wa omo handle Shatta Wale. The one mo jojo no helmet ni ade e no. In fact, yeah the fast no kwa na yentiase. How? Akomfo wa so mo kwachi omo. And why mistake for so na why but in fact I know the no dia say you say onye bibi na Wale yes so na afi no ja no why.
Mate yo mo aso ya say ja na wi ambaka semra enye adwo say minti ase. Hello, good afternoon. Udin any baby afrefi. Hello.
Hello.
Udin baby afrefi.
Mediani Mustafa Kofi Abraham me do be to pass.
Metio.
Ya hayo. The pass me da pa. Na mama mo abaso gbapa wodi.
Yeah, that's it.
Ni aba ye woni se mi ya baby free na wo kan agi piase. Ni aba eni kuma se ago. Ni na baby a police for the camera baby o mo di moto e kwa for no bo. Wo hwe wo mo pa. Eti agi ti de mu ni ase. Wo so agi ti ni pa no tu no body se ya. Ye mo na baso. Wo hwe political party ni. Bo mi a e kwa so wo Ghana na e wo tu afia mayen. Wo Shatta Wale papotra baby abroad brat no so enye kwa eta kwa de obeye de e bai ukwa mo ka bi je na ye ka bi so ba lo ba sa bia anya ba no hwe maye ye hwe na pa ba no ye e ba no na udi fo ebi na Shatta Wale de wayi e meda wo amafo Shatta Wale e ti ba sa na ma fo so esua no e ti bi de IGP de e ti e bona baso de wo ye no e ye ti afia na da na ha menti afia obi e nya kwa media di kan wo Ghana ha no what the man action himself. There was a IGP by a woman and man and come out more the kind of Ghana. But the person man what the good tell me be a want of film man, that's what the papa was. If you had the bonus and got chain one, after I said, we are over the show or them from a watcher. It would be a IGP or party at all, with pressure of support. If you have a cassette, Ghana, if I would be a what do a man ever should be any piano? I think I'm a start in a kind of
Bam, na yetwa dwuma de